Okay.
What I think you should do is do a sign on. Say something to sign on.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Have you named the podcast?
Yeah, this is already part of the podcast. We're already fucking into this.
If we're here, we're here.
Huh?
If we're here, we're here.
Exactly.
Let's roll.
So basically, yeah, bro. I was gonna say the first time I heard your music, I think you submitted to the podcast when I do the music reviews. That was the first time I heard you, and I think it was either you were part of Hustleberry's video, or it was your song. I don't remember which one it was actually.
It was my song. Hustleberry did the video.
Yeah, Hustleberry shot the video, and then it was your song, obviously. Then, like, right there, I knew right away. I was like, this fucking dude's talented. Most artists in Detroit, I don't even feel that vibe 1% coming from them. What was coming out when you did that? Like, I can't find that anywhere else in Detroit. And you probably even, like, I don't listen to too much music outside the state or whatever, but you're fucking different. You're very fucking different.
You've been showing a lot of love, bro. I really appreciate it.
So, like, what do you... where did it all stem from? Like, I know you're a sound engineer too, right?
Yeah, I do everything. I make all my own stuff from scratch.
Okay, did it start off with music first, or were you more like, were you a sound engineer first, or were you actually making your own tunes first? Like, how did it all come together?
This has been like my whole life. So like the very first thing I did with music was like drums. I was like 4 or 5 years old. Started playing with like PAs and mics and shit after that. I think I built my first like janky ass home studio at like 12 or 13, and it's just always been, you know, kind of it's always been a mix of everything, of trying to make beats, trying to write songs, trying to learn how to mix vocals, and it stemmed out of necessity to just make my own shit, but then like turned into job opportunities, you know.
Okay. So like at 4 years old is kind of when you first started realizing like, yo, I like this shit. I like making music.
It wasn't even that. I was just trash at everything else. That was like the one thing I did that like I got positive response from. Shitty athlete, shitty student, wasn't like popular, not social skills, all that shit. Music was the one thing that like felt pure and made sense.
Where'd the instruments and shit come from? Like, how'd you even get it? Like,
oh yeah, my family and shit. My dad was a radio DJ and like a tour. He was like a tour roadie. He's in a lot of shit. Yeah.
So like your dad. So it kind of sounds. So your dad is pretty much already in the entertainment industry to some degree. Is he still doing that now?
Low key, yeah, more low. He at one point he had like 5 different job type shits, but like now he just works for like a classic radio rock station, and that's really like his only media job. Did
he put any influence on this shit at all, or was it kind of like you just saw it? Yeah.
He was distant on it.
Okay.
Yeah, he was always like very distant from it, not responsive when I showed him stuff. Like very just like do your own thing. I don't think he understood like the genre and the generational gap.
Oh, so what kind of music were you trying to do what kind of music was he doing versus what you were doing?
He was deep in the country, especially with like the radio situation. You name like a country star and he's met him, had dinner with him, played golf with Billy Ray Cyrus, random shit like that. Like he was always like backstage. And prior to that, he was a ticket scalper in Detroit as a kid.
Oh.
It's like back in the day when we like sleep out front of the box office, buy the front row and sell them for 5 times the markup, that type shit.
Okay.
So he's classic rock, country, all that type of shit. And I came in at like after drum was rock, and then I got introduced to rap, and then it was like straight rap for a long time.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think he could get that.
That's wild. So like pretty much from pretty much the get-go, you were into music. Like it just pretty much branched out there, but it wasn't really like your dad was pushing that shit on you. It was pretty much like naturally occurring that you wanted to be a part of that shit.
Okay.
It's like when I first started playing the drums, it was the same way because I came to my cousin's house, and my cousin was a musician at the time. He still is, but I saw a drum set in his crib, and I just knew right away. I was like, I want to. I used to watch him play the guitar all the time and all types of shit, but I saw the drums, and I was like, bro, I have to touch them. Like, I have to. Started hitting them, and that was it. It's like, I'm stuck with this now. I feel like drums too, like is like you can do whatever the fuck you want. I feel like I know I'm wrong about this, but I feel like with drums you get to be more loose and laid back. You can change, like you can do licks and all this crazy shit while you're playing. When you're playing like Karma Police by Radiohead or like a structured song, you kind of have to keep, you kind of repeat the same rhythms till you get to the chorus and you come back to the fucking verse and all that shit. So, but that's pretty cool, man.
You do like lessons in the whole 9?
Did I do lessons?
Drum.
I did at first. My teacher was terrible, bro.
Same.
All right, he was sick, man. He was a legend. The dude was my drummer was a fucking legend. Like, he's literally one of those big time drummers. Like, he plays the country and shit, type shit. But like, for some reason, he was going through a divorce at the time. So like, when I would come to lessons, he would just talk about his wife being a bitch and shit.
What the fuck? Were you a child?
Yeah, I was just like, bro, you're supposed to be teaching me drums. Yeah, but yo, man, the fucking divorce papers came through today. And I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be teaching me how to fucking play. So I stopped seeing his ass. And then I got influenced by Carter Buford, which is Dave Matthews Band drummer. So that's pretty much what I picked up. So I mean, you both play. How long you been playing the drums for? Did you stop?
Low-key, I dropped that off when I was like early teens, probably like
Okay.
10, 11, 12, that type of situation.
What are you playing now mostly?
Keys, production, like I said, I make my own stuff, so it's like everything from scratch, you know what I'm saying? But instruments, just drums and keys.
Do you have like a main influence? Was there some music circulating at the time that made you like kind of inspired, or did you just kind of like make your own shit?
If I'm talking about rock background?
Anything. Yeah, well, I'm not restricting it to hip hop, honestly, bro.
If I'm talking about rock background, it was shit like Sum 41, Linkin Park, Paramore, Panic, All Time Low, Academy is that type of shit. But then like the very first rap was like obviously like Detroit in the aftermath. When I say Detroit, I mean like early like M, Obi, D12, you know what I'm saying, Royce, that type of situation. That was the earliest exposure to rap, I guess.
So Eminem, it was kind of Eminem that kind of like.
That was the first. I think that was the first rap song I remember consciously hearing.
Which song did you hear?
Ah, fuck.
It's either gonna be Guilty Conscious,
No.
The Real Slim Shady.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah, that's the same thing with me. Real Slim Shady was the
yeah.
first song I ever heard from Eminem.
Yeah, but that was my first shit with rap, and then like from there, like rap went deep. Like,
Yeah.
It's been like a deep love of rap ever since. I just really started experimenting with the more multi-genre shit.
When I listen to your music, like I don't know if putting like you do you consider yourself a rapper? Or do you consider yourself like how do you categorize?
Bro, like
yourself?
the last like dozen songs I made, I could list off like 8 fucking genres. I don't know. I think genres are kind of done, bro, because like everything's so bent and fused and twisted now, and I don't know. But like I have songs that are more traditionally rap, and I usually dump those out on mixtapes. But like yeah, I don't know, bro. All the shit I've been making lately is like damn near genreless.
Yeah, that's like my favorite. One of my favorite bands is like Radiohead, and anytime somebody's like, "What kind of music is that?" I'm like, "Bro, I can't really tell you what kind of music it is. It's so out there. It's like it's even Muse and shit like that, or like even Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's like you can categorize it, but it's still different. It's still fucking very different than everything else. You know what I'm saying? Dave Matthews Band. It's really hard to generalize. And that kind of, you're right though. When I listen to you, that's why it was hard for me to say like, what does he do exactly? What kind of music is that exactly? So it's cool as you, and that's most people stand out that way anyway. The way to stand out really is when people can't say what type of music you are. What's that dude's name that passed away recently? Juice WRLD. It's like you can say he's a rapper maybe, or I don't know what you can really say.
But you can really realistically acknowledge a lot of influences, like a half dozen strong influences that are not just rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's there.
So like Eminem and you had like rock influence, and it was kind of what, more like punk rockish.
Yeah. Like I said, like the Sum 41 and shit. But then like the more like constructive, heavy shit, like the Lincoln, which is not heavy, but it's more constructive.
Right on. So like right now, it's what's it for you? What does it bring to you right now to be making music? Like what's it filling up with you right now?
It's kind of it's an all day, every day thing. Like it's I noticed that when I recently went on vacation, I was around all these folks that like had like a work life. Then outside of that, there was like a personal life where they had their hobbies and shit. And it's like I have no divide with that.
Yeah.
Everything I do every day, start to finish, is this. And it's like the only people I communicate with and interact with are people that are I have functional relationships within this. So it's really everything. It's my entire life. It's all I do.
Yeah, you're pretty much like so you dove into it, like you're soaked around. It's just this is what you are.
Yeah, to a fault almost, because like I lack human elements. Like I'm weird in social situations and shit. To a fault almost, which I'm like trying.
That's
to
how I am too and shit. I just get away with it because like I yell so much and shit. People are like, all right, we're listening to you. Like you talk so fucking loud, we'll listen to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like that too. Like in social situations, like honestly, bro, I love being around people, but at the same time, it's like I'm always doing something stupid or whatever the fuck. So. When I'm doing the shit I really love, like if I'm making music or if I'm shooting a video or editing or doing my own entertaining thing, bro, I just feel like at peace because it's like I'm in control of this shit, and then I can edit it and change it if I need to fucking change it. You know what I'm saying?
It's an environment you're comfortable in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even when I like first got surrounded, like when I first started branching into the hip hop scene, I was very uncomfortable in a lot of situations, but then once I was surrounded by other directors, that's when I was really comfortable because I was like, damn, you're just like me, bro. Like, a lot of creative people, you know what? I really believe that, bro. I really believe no creative person, like, you're fucking weird if you're a creative person. I don't think there can be such thing as a normal creative person. I can't see it happening, bro. Because it's just the way, there's a reason we're creative people in the first place. It's just so much shit in our childhood, the way we grew up and all that type of shit that makes you go towards your creative energies versus going towards the social life, trying to figure out how to be cool, trying to figure out how to whatever. Instead, it's just like the creative energies take over and you just want to create shit all the time. You just want to create productions and be a part of it.
Yeah, I was super fucked off a dab one time, and like I simplified that in my head in a weird way where it's like you can split people into like consumers and producers, where it's like we all do both by nature. You know what I'm saying? We all consume and produce because it's life. But certain people have an instinct to want to consume and experience and have those times, and then other people just have a inner instinct to just want to make shit and adjust the environment around them rather than experience it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it's a balance, man. We need both sides of that.
No, I 100% agree with you. So like from you basically getting influenced since you were young, obviously, and kind of really wanted to be a part of the music industry and continuing. And most people stop at a certain point. Most people go like, well, you know what I'm saying? I got to go to school. I got to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Was there pressure for anybody to say, well, there's real life out there, like there's no success in being an entertainer, or was everybody around you supportive as fuck and just like, yo, go for it?
At first, yeah, just because like, you know, it's
hell yeah.
There's a stigma around any type of entertainment job because like it's not a paycheck at the end of the week. You know what I mean? Like your income's based off your workload or your network, or you know what I mean, the quality of your work. That's what dictates how much you get paid, and that scares a lot of people because it's not normal. But like, I've always been a pretty self-sufficient person, and as I like continued into adulthood and maintained my self-sufficiency, and like I didn't become that like struggle case that was asking for favors left and right, nobody really talked about it after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So once you were established, nobody could say shit to you.
Yeah, and it wasn't even established because like I don't even know if I am established or ever was or anything like that, but just like not failing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell when someone's outwardly like not getting through shit, it's not working out for them, and they never picked up that vibe from me just because I stay on top of shit.
Yeah.
So they just kind of like.
I always tell artists that too. I always tell them like, I think I made a post about it a couple of days ago. Like, if people feel like you're inconsistent or you don't really give a fuck about what you're doing, then they're not going to support you in the way that you want at all. Because, and anybody's like, if somebody was going to law school or some shit, but then it's like, oh yeah, bro, I'm taking a 5-week, I'm not going next semester. I'm not going to school next semester. I'm taking a 5-month vacation or something like that. Oh, when I turn 32, I'll finish it up or whatever. It's not that I'm not supporting you, but it's like, well, damn, bro, you sure you want to be a lawyer? And it questions my like thought towards you. I mean, everybody's life is different though. Obviously, I'm not pigeonholing people's lives and just saying what do you do with your life career-wise matters. But I am saying that if you really give a fuck about it, you stay consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? So people obviously sense that about you, and that's why, just like with me, bro, people when they sense it, they go, okay, go do it. But in the very beginning, it's scary for everybody because it's like, bro, college is safe, school is safe, getting a career.
That's kind of a myth.
Yeah, it is a myth.
None of that shit's safe, bro.
Yeah.
None of that.
There's no answer for anybody, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna be a creative, fucking be a creative. Like, if you're gonna say you're a creative person, you can't be half and half with it. In my opinion, I feel like you gotta fully fucking do it. Yeah, it's too much to mess with your mind like that. You know what I'm saying? To say one day take it seriously and one day not take it seriously. But like, so the visuals I saw with Hustleberry, how did you, man, you know, I fucking love Hustleberry to death, bro. You know, Nick is the biggest, one of the biggest influences as far as me hopping in the game. One of the first supporters of me when I was in the game. Cause Nick, he invited me to come to a kind of like a seminar he was doing. I don't know if it's seminar is a word, but it was a bunch of people there. This was when First Day Out came out and shit like that. And his name was really, really popping and shit. And so it was like 30, 40 people sitting there listening to Nick, Kiefer Khan, and like a couple other people.
Another GOAT.
And yeah, hell yeah. And they're all talking and shit. And then Nick was talking about how there's so many people who do multiple creative things. And he shouted me out. Like, and I was sitting there like I felt literally like a nobody.
Have you met him?
Huh?
Had you met him at the time?
No, I didn't even met him before. Like in person. This is the first time. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, he's saying some real shit. Then he's like, yeah, like Kid L is a perfect example. I was like, what? I was like, what? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm a perfect example, bro. Like, you know, I started looking around, everybody's like, yeah. And I was like, holy shit, this dude actually like pays attention to me? That's how big he was in my eyes at the time because he was doing all these crazy ass things. But then I got to meet him in person. Really, he's like the most humble fucking dude. He cares to help people. Like he actually will spend time to talk to you and be like, yo, this is what you got to do. Or spiritually and musically and or business wise, you can talk to him about anything. So he was one of the coolest first people that I ever met in the game. So it is interesting. So where did you guys come to meet?
Yeah, real shit. Outside of all like the go shit of his capabilities, like fucking great dude, man.
Yeah.
Like a weirdly good dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like anomaly type good dude.
Yeah.
But no, that was straight like just a pay to do a video. I think we submitted through his website a couple times and he didn't respond or anything. And then on an offshoot, my dude shot him like an Instagram DM of a video of the song playing, and he actually responded to that.
Okay.
And then I think we got on his good side off rip because like when he sent us his price sheet list, we just went to the top one and we're like, all right, bet, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that was the first video, which was Scars.
Yeah.
And
right.
then we did Going Up, and now we got a couple more and shit. But yeah.
Okay. How do you feel like what's your target right now? Like, do you kind of plan who you want to hear your music? Like, are you going for Detroit? Are you kind of broadening it? Like, what, or is it just like whatever comes, whoever listens is listening? Like, how do you feel about it?
On a rap level, I love what's happening in Detroit right now. I fucking love it. It's tight. Like it honors traditional hip hop in a lot of senses, yet it's like super fucking unique and consistent in its own way. It's dope. But like, I don't think a lot of my shit blends in with it. So I don't know if I'm necessarily going for a Detroit audience, but to answer that question honestly in like the macro sense, I never really thought about that. That's like working a song backwards to me. It's like, I don't know. It's always been like a very instinctual, organic process from start to finish. And then from there, it's like whoever likes it, likes it. But I've never thought about it.
Okay.
It's a weird thing.
Is there a part of you that wants like the acceptance of Detroit, or is it either way?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, even like I've had like random interactions with like Boldy and Ray and just through working in studios and stuff like that. And it's like, I want to work with them more because like I like their music, you know what I'm saying? So I like being able to dabble in that scene, and I definitely want to keep doing it, you know what I mean?
What kind of, what's your plans right now as far as like what projects you're trying to put out, and like, do you kind of have like any type of, not to say strategy in any type of way, but is there kind of a trajectory you're going into right now? Do you feel like are you going for more acceptance? Are you going for more like, I just really want to work on my craft right now and develop as much as possible?
I mean, I'm making shit every day. You know what I mean? I'm making shit every day. I guess my game plan as far as shit is just like visuals. I've just been lacking on visuals. Like those couple that I made were like the best responses and like the illest investments in myself I could have done. You know what I'm saying? To where like, now I know that that's part of the hack. So like I just been stocking up videos, just shooting.
Right.
And then like trying to figure out the promotion end, or like finding some way to outsource some promotion end type shit. And then I'm just gonna go on like a drop run.
So right now you go as Willie Sees Green right now. Is that kind of like the whole time? How long have you been running with that?
That's hella recent. At first it was like just Willie Green. Well, at first it was a bunch of shit. But
tell us some names. Some bullshit.
I only had one before Willie Green, and it was Lyrical. Lyrical with a K though.
Yeah.
And it was my Bari shit. I was coming up. I love rap. You know what I'm saying? I was being Bari. No, but then someone was like, "Yo, your real name's William Green. Just be Willie Green. Like that's tight."
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and then over time, there's just like, when it comes to like the SEO and the search and all that shit, like that's the same reason you got like 42 Doug instead of just Doug. You know what I'm saying? Because like you gotta be able to find that shit. You type in Willie Green, there's 24 people releasing music as Willie Green. So I was like thinking of a way to make that unique.
So you add the C. That's where the C's comes in, right? Yeah, that totally makes sense. I totally agree with that. There's a lot of people who add like 3 X's to the end of their name just so they can separate themselves and shit.
It's gotta be searchable,
which is like really important. You know what I'm saying? Like, because social media, anybody can take up any fucking name right now, and you know what I'm saying? They could literally, like you said, there could be 10 Jack Johnsons or whatever. I know a Jack Johnson that doesn't know there's a Jack Johnson already. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, you know that motherfucker is huge, right? Like, you feel me? So I do agree with that. One big mistake I made when I was making my page was when I put Kid L video. I probably shouldn't have put the video, and then I probably shouldn't have put the dots in between.
On what?
For my name, because my tag is like kid.l.video.
What, on Instagram?
Yeah, and
You know you could change it, right?
But how many people tag me and shit now? It's too late.
Yeah,
so now that's Instagram's fucked up like
roll
that.
with
So
it,
if you
roll
change
with
your
it.
name, bro, yeah. So I'm just like fuck it, because video is like, what the fuck is video? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is
I mean,
but-
is that like the core of your like
When I'm-
services or what you do?
Yeah, it is, but I think when I made my page, I had no inclination of like doing anything with the page. I literally thought like, you feel me? Like, this is some bullshit. Like, I'm just gonna make this page and like whoever the fuck fucks with me, whoever doesn't fuck, like, I didn't give a fuck about it. Then as time went by and I realized people were fucking with me, I was like, damn, this name sucks ass. Not Kid L. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about like the actual Instagram shit. But anyway, that's dope though. Yeah, you and Nick work really fucking well together for sure. I feel like you and Nick are a perfect combination, and I feel like if you just keep attacking that, eventually, I think you will break through into Detroit, because people do look for people who can actually sing. First of all, there's like only so many people in Detroit that can actually fucking sing and that are consistent and actually have good melodies and shit.
Talking about me?
Hell yeah!
I fake it real good, bro.
No man, get the fuck. That shit sounds good. So like for me, I feel like you're one of those dudes that can easily stand out. You just probably have to start doing features with motherfuckers. Honestly, you just got to find what rappers.
I would love to.
Huh?
I got one song that I ain't put out yet that's like perfect for a Detroit feature. I just ain't had like a opportunity or plug or anything.
Bring the mic closer. That's cool. Okay, like this. No, man. Like I said, I feel like you can definitely branch into the scene for sure. I think. I mean, not to get. I don't want to get political into this shit, but I do feel like. But anyway,
Who you gonna say it?
well, I feel like this is kind of like. I know this is not a good thing to say, but I do feel like when you're white, there's a difference. I'm sorry, it's just the truth.
I felt it coming.
Yeah, it's true, and I don't want to. I mean, listen,
I'm definitely white.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it is different because when I was first coming, I'm not even white, but when I was first introduced to the scene, everybody's calling me white boy and all that type of shit or whatever, which is not, I mean, whatever the fuck. But like, there was also like, who the fuck are you, basically? Because people do try to expose the industry, and people do try to like, they don't bring anything to the table, but they want to extract from it. So the culture is very weary of like who can come in, who can't come in. There's a lot of people like saying, bro, what the fuck's your white ass doing here? All type of weird shit. It wasn't until like people not vouched for me, but basically said, no, this dude's really fucking about it. Like he wants to be in the entertainment industry. Like the right people vouched for me, basically saying this dude he's about the shit. So, the acceptance happens, but it's very fucking hard. I swear, I'm not. It's not a race thing to me.
You
but
ain't wrong, bro.
It's
all
the
about
facts. It's the facts.
It's all about how you present yourself, man. Like real shit. So like even talking about Detroit specifically, I did one promo on a video that ended up taking it down because like on a whole bunch of personal shit, didn't like it, but it just didn't present me in a way that like is me.
Right.
It was way more rap, and although like I maintain like core authenticity and everything I like say, and even in presentation, because like everything there was real, but it just wasn't what I wanted to be seen as. And I like promo that on Say Cheese, and they hated me,
bro.
Hey, I think he put up a poll and it was like 87% no or some shit like that. But I don't chalk it up to anything other than that like that image didn't make sense. Like it just didn't. That wasn't how I should have presented myself. You know what I mean?
So you even disagreed with yourself?
Oh, after shooting the video, I was like, damn, I gave him a shitty video to shoot. Because it's like, I could have pulled him to a different location with a different concept, different ideas, and it would have been straight. Like, his job was done. I just gave him a video to shoot that, like, I later on looked back and was like, that was ill thought out in my head.
Did you, when you posted with Say Cheese and shit, and like you saw the response, did it like take you, how'd you feel after? Did you kind of feel like, were you demoted? Were you like demoralized, or did you feel like fuck it? Like
no, I really found it hilarious because I knew why.
Okay.
It's like it did, as I saw it, I didn't make sense. I didn't love it, and it was just like, yeah, I get it. Like,
right.
And it just kind of
What made you realize it then though, and not before you did it?
I was convincing myself before I did it that it made sense because it was all authentic and legitimate at the end of the day. Okay. Like nothing in the video was faked or anything. So in my brain it was justified, but it didn't make sense creatively at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and like low key it's dope because it affirmed like what I actually am, where I am comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's
It-
trial and error sometimes.
Yeah, like I needed to have that L to realize what the win felt like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it got a lot of people. They're so afraid of losing, like especially when it comes to their music, that they don't take chances and seeing if they're actually good or not. So they'll do everything it takes to not hear the truth. And the problem is you're gonna be stuck in that zone forever then, because you're gonna be stuck as that guy who thinks he's sweet because you didn't want to listen to other people, instead of being the guy that everybody actually thinks is sweet. But you got to take the losses. At the end of the day, you have to lose, bro. You have to be a person that tried 1,000 different things, 990 of them, fucking failed and shit. And you learn from that. Most people get defeated and shit. Some people, like I said, they just stay ignorant. Some people really stay ignorant to like their music and the fact that it's what they're doing is very limited and is like when I see people, only the friends and family support them. It's like, bro, no, I would never sit there and be happy because my friends and family supported me on anything I ever did. If I shot something and it was on YouTube or social media or something like that, and only my family was the ones commenting and liking or whatever the fuck,
You wouldn't feel like an ego pump from it.
no, I'd be like, man, fuck this. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, fuck this. But I see a lot of people doing that. They go, one thing I do pride myself in is this. When I started all my social media stuff and all that, and when I started working in the scene, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know one fucking person. You know what I'm saying? So when I was getting the recognition, or when people were talking to me like, yo, you're actually sweet, you're actually cool, you're actually whatever, it meant a lot to me. But I know people that literally they started this shit with all their boys and all their friends and all of them fucking with them already, and then they start coming out like, I'm gonna drop in this tomorrow, make sure you like, comment, whatever, or I'm pulling up there, make sure y'all show up. It's like, bro, that's just your family pulling up. That's not. I'm in a band right now. My band, we're not too successful. We're good. We make really good music, but we're not like
Creatively successful.
Yeah, creatively
Make good
successful. When we do this shit where we have people come to our shows, it's all our fucking friends and family. That shit don't feel good to me. So I don't know how people stretch that out for years. They'll do that shit for years. It's like, bro, only your fucking family's pulling up to your listening sessions. Only your family's pulling up to your event. Only your family's listening to your dropping comments on your social media pages. That shit, if you're happy with that, bro, that's good for you. Like, good for you. But you're never gonna branch out until you meet some real people that don't fucking know who you are, don't give a fuck about who you are. That's when you're really gonna be successful.
And take interest to your shit anyway.
Exactly. Like right now, how do you feel about how people are receiving you right now? Do you feel like you're getting recognition? Do you feel like you're getting what you deserve? Like, how do you feel about where you're at right now?
The responses that I get are like positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get a lot of like hate or criticism or people just disliking my shit. But definitely like awareness and promotion and shit like that. I gotta pump that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's like do you have like release plans or anything like that? Do you feel like you want to strategize a way to get as much shit out there as possible, or are you just are you like an artist that like whenever the right song comes, I put it out there?
That's what it's been so far, but like I don't wear that proudly. I don't think it's like strategic or smart. I just don't know about promotion.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I don't want to like fake or half-ass the other end of it. So at this point, it's just been all kind of like gut reaction shit.
Do you have like a guy who's side by side with you and kind of like with you on this?
No, people pop up every now and then, but like no one ever really like sticks around and contributes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got people that I've been fucking with for a long time, but like how I said earlier, all our relationships are clinical. We add value to each other in one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you got friends in the industry that are like they're there for you, or do you feel like it's all business at the end of the day?
No, I definitely have some. My network is awesome. The people that I make music with are awesome, because it's like jumping around all these studios, because like I work at multiple studios, and then like I would just like hustle home spots and hang, you know what I'm saying, hang out, cook ups, whatever. So it's like being in all these studios, you meet all these artists, and you gotta vet who you're gonna fuck with long term, and you vet like creatively who's dope, who's technically able,
right,
who does what. But then like we would go the extra route and vet like morals, personality, like how we communicate in the studio etiquette, and like to the point where like the dozen or two people that I fuck with right now are like such a pleasure to work with. It's dope.
You built that
and
network.
they're like good people, like reliable folk.
Yeah, you build like a good network of people that you can, you actually fuck with. Like Bankrose is somebody I always bring up Bankrose every time, because me and Bankrose have a relationship where it's like we'll make sure, like, personal lives, make sure everything's cool. Business wise, make sure everything's cool. It's not just like, yo, you doing business? Are you in the business? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no matter, I really want to know what's going on with your life. Make sure everything's cool, type shit. You feel me? So that's one relationship I know for sure. Like,
I interned under Ben Gross.
You, man, I'm pretty sure I knew that, but I slipped my mind.
Yeah, no, I interned under him.
That's when he first started, I'm assuming.
Fuck, I don't know. It was at Mix Factory.
Yeah,
actually, because Mix is where he like started from scratch, learned everything like that.
Yeah, I think Mix is where he met Royce or some shit like that.
I know Royce is like heavy. He knows everybody at Mix. Like that's like a family situation.
Yeah, I think like some shit like that went down. But he told me Mix he was like sweeping floors at first and shit like that or something like that. And then eventually like he just kept producing. And then he got like a lucky break because I think he said I think he was talking about Royce like popped in the studio one day and they stood up for like 48 hours. And they were just like making shit happen. And that's kind of like when he started realizing like, yo, I got to take this shit to the next level and kind of moving forward.
Yeah, we had a lot of conversations. I remember that.
Yeah. Right now with like where you're at, like what I was kind of asking earlier was more so the reciprocation is one aspect of it. But as far as where you are as an artist right now, how do you feel about it? Like, how do you feel about just generally speaking, like, do you feel like you're on the right track, or do you feel like there's just so much that is not happening for you right now, or do you feel like it's kind of like everything's happening the way it's supposed to be happening right now?
I mean, yeah, everything that I'm doing makes sense. Things are falling into place. I'm super comfortable with everything, but it's like, especially creatively, like I love the shit I've been making more than I ever have, and like, but with all that being said, it's still like an every day of like, what's next? What can I do? Like I said, it's an all day, every day. It's my life. So it's like that part never ends. But yeah, right now I'm super comfortable. I love what's going on. But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It never stops.
Okay. Yeah, man, I feel it. I feel it with your music, especially. I think, how many songs have you sent so far?
About what?
How many songs have you sent? I think you did 2 or 3 to the podcast so far.
Yeah, I think 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2. So both of them were slapping for me, like right away off the bat. And then you worked with what's his name too?
Wes.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about him, because that's the first time I actually got introduced to like hearing that type of music. Like,
he's cool, creative. He's definitely like a creative. You know
did you guys end up meeting just through?
No, that was a straight like for hire type situation too.
Oh,
reached out, price sheet, what's up?
Okay.
Actually, no, I had heard, because artists are always asking me about videographers and stuff, and when I hear about somebody good and I see shit I like, I'll put people on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Wes, before I worked with him, was somebody I was like referring to people a lot. As like, he's got a real creative eye for edits. He's dope. So I think one of my clients, Shaft, got a video with him first that I might have been featured on, or he did his first. I don't know, but he got a couple videos with him, and then I got that with Town.
Okay. And then what's up with the how many songs have you been recording lately that are ready for drop, or that you're gonna plan to shoot?
I got 3 videos shot in the hole, and then 2 booked for this month. Trying to keep booking, trying to keep moving.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of playing it by ear how many I want to get in the hole before I start going.
What's like the balance for you? Like, because you do sound engineering and shit, right? Yeah. So like, is there do you have to find a balance, obviously, when it comes down to your music and your own time, and then obviously getting to the studio and getting fucking busy and all that shit? Or is it kind of just like, how natural does it feel for you to go in between your own music and then obviously having to record for other artists and shit?
It's pretty seamless, like the transitions and shit. Like I'll be able to, like, if I have 20 minutes before a session, I can cut a vocal real quick. Like I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm a little blowed. I forgot the question.
It's pretty much I'm trying to talk about.
Oh yeah, the artist in production.
Yeah, artist in production.
No, it's definitely been on to it. Because like when I'm on the financial mindset, it's like sessions, beats, what's happening. You know what I'm saying? But then like up until now, it's really been like all the creative shit was like in between, back burner, like I said. But now I'm at a point where like I'm not super stressed and booking 18 hours a day like I was doing all year. And really just like taking what comes, not hustling as much as hard as I used to, and then just using all the extra time to create my own shit.
If you took off in one of the directions, like producing, or if you took off in the direction of artistry, would that like put anything else on the back burner, or would you continue doing both?
No, I'd probably still continue doing both. It's just my nature. It's just what I do.
That's heat.
I even thought about that. Like, I think like when I'm 60, I'm about to do like a Gorillaz type project where I just like create a fictional band, and just do a whole project from scratch. I don't know. Who knows? I'll never stop. This is how my brain works. This is what I have to do. This is what I do to tell myself I'm normal every day.
Yeah, man. No, listen, man. Creativity needs to be. I always find myself like structurizing how I look at shit. Even when you, at first when you obviously get involved with the Detroit music scene, like there is a more of a structured way of thinking. Like, okay, this is gonna work. This isn't gonna work. This is gonna work. This isn't gonna work. But the more comfortable you get with yourself, and the more comfortable you feel with the people that are watching you, you start breaking those walls down. Like, yo, I'm gonna fucking do this, and I'm gonna fucking do that. And the people who fuck with me are gonna support the fuck out of it. And there's people who are just gonna be like, "Yo, that's whack as fuck," and leave it alone. Even I don't know if you saw like some of the like skits I would make and all that type of shit.
Fire.
The thing
I
is
was gonna
though,
say something earlier. Your skits are fire.
I appreciate that. The thing is that's funny about it though, is like I think a lot of people were a lot of directors at first didn't like it, which was really crazy to me because it's like, bro, I'm doing this for us. Like, I'm making fun of the scene.
Yeah, it was literally like culture for like what you are.
Yeah, it's like cultural shit to me. It's like, bro, I'm making fun of the stupid aspects of the culture because there is some stupid shit that needs to be gone. Like, there's some stupid shit that needs to be gone. There's stupid shit that how people handle business. There's ways people handle themselves that is stupid as hell. And I felt like, you know, even in comedy, they always say, like, if you're not almost crossing that line, nobody gives a fuck about what you're saying. So that's how I felt like I was doing. It's like, I'm almost crossing the line here. I'm almost saying shit that's like too offensive, but I'm staying in my lane still at the same time. You got to find that balance. Even with music, it's like that too. Because if you're too, it's like if your lyrics are too cheesy, people like, man, you're too fucking cheesy. But then if you're trying too hard, people are like, man, you were just like, you're over lyricizing.
Balance.
You got to balance everything out at the end of the day. So that's kind of why I was interested in that for you, because you do the hardest thing, which is your trajectory is towards being an artist, but it's also at the same time you're a producer, you're a sound engineer. So that balance is something I was interested in, just knowing like how well you're doing with it.
Bro, I suck at it. I only function in extremes. Anytime I try to like, it's wild. I'm so extreme driven that like, but again, to a fault. Like I got like balance is so important. I've been trying to work on that shit.
How what influences from the I kind of know your influences outside of, you know, Detroit music, but is there influences particularly right now that's like, yo, that's the dude for me right now?
In Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Ezzo.
Okay.
Love Ray. TJ definitely, and Shitty Boys, fucking hilarious.
Right.
Awesome. Not even just hilarious, but dope. Like how I said, traditional values, man. There's bars in this shit. And then like the other side is like, there's bars in it and it's OG. You know what I'm saying? Like it's respectable. It's certified. It's visible. I'm on the ground and I'm not from out here. I'm from the woods, bro. So like when I moved out here, I had to get familiar with the scene. And like when you start hearing these names and seeing them and you know what's happening, it's that much more intriguing.
How did you feel when Baby Tron and shit first came out? Because that was very interesting. I actually dogged them when they first came out. I wasn't dogging them and like that they're trash. I was just looking at it like, this is never gonna fucking work. I swear to God, when they literally like only had like 500 followers or 1,000, I was like, Baby Tron, that's never gonna work, bro. Like nobody's trying to hear that shit. And then I was wrong like instantly. Well, a lot of people were giving them bad feedback too. Actually, initially, a lot of people were like, yo, that's not gonna work. But we were all fucking wrong. Like that kid blew the fuck up.
Haters usually the first to talk.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So what kind of sold it with me, and even on like the TJ side, is like, I don't know if this is conscious or subconscious, or if anyone else is picking this up, or I'm tripping, but I definitely hear like a core influence of like Eminem's old traditional, jokey, saying the most outrageous, hilarious shit you can think of. In World War II, my uncle shot at a T-Rex. Like it's comical. So I heard that core influence of Detroit in it, and that just like made me like it. And I saw like the creative value behind what they were doing and those like barry jokes they were putting into their shit.
Do you feel like, because you're more of an artist than anybody probably, but it's like, do you feel like it's easier, or do you feel like the way, because I know it is different, but do you feel like TJ's way, do you feel like the scam rap type of way is easier? Do you feel like it's kind of like, or do you just feel like it's just different, it's something new? Like, how do you look at it?
When you ask me that, in my brain I go to engineering and like all the different clients I be working with, and it's like I've seen people struggle at every aspect, or not every aspect, but like in every subgenre or style or whatever they were trying to do. I've seen people do it easily and flawlessly and comfortably, and I've seen people completely struggle through it. Yeah. So it's like, this shit's easy if you want it to be and if you know what you want to do. But I think Sada said something in an interview like, if it takes you 10 hours to make a song, you need to not be rapping. And he's right, bro. Like, if you're overthinking every bar, I did a session like that. It was 13 hours. He got like 40% of a song done. 13-hour session, 10 p.m. to 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Didn't finish the song.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't make it hard, bro. Can't make it hard.
Do you talk to artists like when they're in the studio with you? Do you ever like sit down and do some like spiritual shit with them? It's like, listen, bro, this is what you got to do, or is it kind of just like, yo, this is your time, get in, do your thing, get the fuck out?
It's great. You got to feel it out, man. Because some people are outright and they ask for it. Other people just give off the vibe they're open to it. Other people respond negative to it immediately, and those are the ones where I like pepper something in little at the beginning if I feel it. And if they're not with it, I'm like, all right, I'm just here to press buttons.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what you want me to do.
Yeah.
It's cool. But if they want that input, you know what I mean?
When I first started shooting videos, particularly in Detroit, like, I remember I was telling an artist how to perform or something. I was like, bro, your body is very stiff. He's like, hey, my fucking body's stiff. My body's fucking stiff, bro. I don't need you to shit. I don't need shit about it. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I was just thinking like, oh, man, like, this is kind of crazy. But I did realize something at that moment. Like, some people, there's no talking to them. It's just, that's how there's an insecurity factor with it, as well as like that's just how he wants to fucking do it. And then when somebody's chiming in that's not in their position, you're not an artist, and then you're telling them what the fuck to do, it comes off offensive, obviously.
Yeah, it can.
But
depending on them.
Yeah, but if you fucking listen to people,
hold on, let's acknowledge you're talking about you, bro. Like,
facts.
You're like memishly offensive, so like I'm a little more like sugar coated and baked. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
in person I'm not like that at all. No, I don't fucking talk to people like that. I'm like,
you look still, bro.
The way I said
fucking
it was like, I
move.
was nice to the guy. I was like, you gotta kind of move around. He's like, why don't you shut the fuck up? He's basically saying like, just hit the record button, shut the fuck up, and just get the fuck out of my way. Like, and I was sitting there like, damn, bro, this sucks. Like, people. That's one thing I really loved about transitioning from like, because I feel like there's to some degree, even though I feel like nobody to a certain degree, I feel like there is a little bit of respect now that I'm getting where like when I go places, if I say something, people are like, yo, okay, for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Opposed to when I first started, it was like, shut the fuck up and record my footage and get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing it for somebody else though, when you're giving somebody input, it's how much do they respect you? How much credibility do you have, and do they vibe with you? And
how long do you think it took for you to get that level of like comfortability with them where they felt that about you?
Last week. You feel me? I really didn't feel like people were really, to be realistic about it, like the first year I was doing it, it was only because of Scoob, obviously, that a lot of people were like, okay, this, that's Scoob's boy. Chill out. Then the second year was like, yo, that's L. But it was still kind of like, okay, whatever. Third year was like, yo, what's the deal? What's happening? What's going on? Where you about to be tomorrow? Come through here, come through there. This year was like a year where it's like, bro, when I walk into places and shit, like literally people will just come up to me, bro, I love you, bro. I love your work. I love everything you do. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because you feel like nobody, you know what I'm saying? You really feel like nobody inside. Like, I ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? But then you go there and people make you feel like somebody. It's crazy. But
Loki, I feel like that was your skits, dog. Because you see your face, bro. Like all these other videographers, I don't know what they look like till the day we met. You know what I'm saying? Like
facts.
Motherfuckers are seeing your face. Them shits go like viral, you know?
Yeah, facts. Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's interesting earning respect. You know what I'm saying? Especially like I know a lot of people that put it this way, bro. I know people personally that act completely different when they come to the hip hop culture. They change everything, like the way they talk, the way they handle themselves, the way they dress. All that type of shit, I never did that. Like when I used to go to places, I was wearing like cloth hoodies and shit. You feel me? Like I was dressing like I didn't know how to dress when I was young. I still kind of don't know how to fucking dress, to be honest with you, bro. I just put on whatever the fuck I got. So I felt out of place to some degree always, but I think because I didn't try to fit in, that's why I fit in. I feel like because I never tried to fit in, people are like, "Yo, this dude's cool. Like he's not trying to fucking talk a certain way. He's not trying to be a certain way. It's just who the fuck he is." That's one thing about it that if I could tell any artist that fucking listen, hopefully to us right now, is that like always be yourself when you're doing this shit. Never try to fucking flaunt or do anything. Don't ever try to do some weird shit, bro. Just be your fucking self. If you're a goofball, bro, you're a fucking goofball. But express that. Fuck it. You're fucking goofy. Who cares? Instead of being goofy and trying to be cool, just exploit your goofiness. That's kind of what I did. You feel me? Like I'm goofy as fuck. Fuck it. Like I'm not gonna go there and try to sit and be cool and shit like that.
Yeah,
You know
when
what
it
I'm
does get like spiritual and like ranty and shit, like that's the one thing we always harp on, like authenticity. Like there's a real value behind just telling the truth and someone feeling that you're telling the truth. You know what I mean? Like authenticity is so important. A lot of times when people don't know where to start, I'm just like, say something true. Whatever happened, just say something true and then go from there. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking about writing lyrics too?
Everything. You're being yourself. Period.
What is your process with writing lyrics?
It's this way, that way, this way. Everything's separate. Sometimes I'll write nothing, then make the music. Sometimes I'll make a piece of music, write to that, then finish the music. Sometimes I'll make a piece of music, then write to it. I don't know. All depends on the song, man.
How often are you a paper and pad type person? Are you like a text type? Like, are you on the phone with it? Like,
Text, bro. If anyone ever says paper and pencil on that, just clown them.
No, I swear to God, I saw Rocky Bed doing that shit. I swear. She was like the first person I seen in 4 years do that. She had
No
a journal.
disrespect, but I do not condone.
You don't condemn the paper and it's
No,
so natural, bro. It's like
It's not natural.
the paper and the pen is not natural.
Oh man.
Versus fucking opening up a piece of technology.
Evolution is natural, my
Oh,
friend.
come on, man. That's cap.
Evolution is natural.
Hey, how were we doing sound checks? How much do you cap? Which
How much do you care?
Would you say 39%? Some shit like that? No, I never cap, my
I
friend.
cap higher on the weekends.
when we're out in the club, we're capping. You feel me?
If I ever have to cap, I just layer it with like a buffer of truth. So I'm not lying. You know what I'm saying?
You saying you're capping the cap?
Yeah, you gotta cap the cap. But that's like a double negative. It's like a double negative, so it makes positive again. You feel me?
There you go.
So your music writing process is like it comes from wherever, obviously. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
super sporadic.
There's no like structured way that. Even when I read Eminem's book, he kind of said the same shit. He kind of said like I just had like toilet paper and shit. I'll just write whatever the fuck I had with me. I'll just write these lyrics, and then just find a way to put them all together.
Yeah,
later.
phrases, sentences.
We're at like 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
keep
shit.
running. Let's keep running it until that bitch dies, basically.
Yeah, no, I got clients I
You
clown
got
for that.
14 on that.
What's that? What'd you say?
I got clients I clown for that.
Oh yeah.
And I love them. They know that.
I mean, I'm excited for you, obviously, because you do stand out, like I said earlier. You're saying marketing is kind of like the thing that's kind of holding you back a little bit right now, strategizing and all that. There's obviously a lot of platforms. I mean, Say Cheese is one of those platforms. You know what I'm saying? Have you went into a direct, like one of the, like Detroit Rap News or anything directly in Detroit yet?
No, I don't think I want to. If I'm gonna dump any like energy or bread into like a promotion situation, I don't think I'd start in Detroit.
Okay.
Just for that style variance. You know what I'm saying? I just want to start elsewhere where I think anything else might be going. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Detroit has a very like consistent, unique, developed sound. You know what I'm saying? That like I'm not doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to try and crowd that lane.
Yeah, it's
Enough people doing that and
it's
doing it well. I don't need to look around. You know what I'm saying?
It's risky.
I feel like I wasn't invited to the party.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta sometimes you gotta breach your way through, but it works differently for everybody at the end of the day. Me personally, I think your music is universal. I don't think it can be categorized to be like, oh, it's Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be anywhere, California, fucking wherever the fuck. I don't think it can be locked down in any certain way. For me right now, yeah, like that's why I was bringing up those platforms and all that shit, just because if you do want to break into the scene, the platforms, they give you a lot of leverage. People are listening to it. People are paying attention to it. But it's not the only fucking way. At the end of the day, it's not the only way.
I mean, shit, like I said, I don't know shit. I'm always open to suggestions.
What do you get influences outside of music? Are you like a movie buff? Or are you a game buff? Like, what do you...
I mean, I don't know if I'm a buff on anything, but I appreciate culture, man. Movies, I love my movies. Love my movies.
Oh, yeah, like Goodfellas and shit, Casino?
Yeah, it goes deep. Have you ever heard of Al Prophet?
Say it one more time?
Al Prophet?
What's that?
He's a director. I don't know if he's from Detroit, but he does a lot of shit out of Detroit. And he does a lot of like old school Detroit mafia history docuseries type shit.
Okay.
And like the history here goes deep, man. Goes deep. Like I said, I wasn't from here, but all my family was. I was first generation where I was from. So it's like we would come out here and visit.
Yeah.
So it's like always this little like distant spot. And like the history here is dense. And I've always like known about it. So like those movies interest the fuck out of me.
Like,
that's where like the D for delegate comes from. You know what I'm saying? The Union delegates.
So, like for you, what movies in particular are you talking about? Because I didn't even know any movies from Detroit that kind of like popped off like
well,
that.
not from Detroit, but a lot of shit happened in Detroit. Like the whole
Oh, yeah.
Hoffa situation was obviously in Detroit. The whole Irishman was apparently a fabrication of some Detroit shit. But in general, it's kind of interconnected, man. Because like apparently, like when it came from Sicily or whatever, it had popped up and had its like main hubs everywhere. Like there was a Tampa Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of universal like that.
Yeah.
So like just all of it kind of interests me. The whole like structure of what happened, what they built and shit was interesting.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way, man. When I first started watching gangster movies like Goodfellas was probably the first gangster movie I ever seen in my whole life. I didn't even watch Godfather until last year, to be honest with you, which is shocking because I'm like, you know what I'm saying, Nick? Like, I fucking love gangster movies. You know why I didn't watch The Godfather? Because it was like 3.5 hours long, bro.
You like the exciting ones.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? And listen, when they came out with that new movie with De Niro and Pacino, what's that one that came out on Netflix?
The Irishman. Yeah.
The Irishman.
Everybody's shitting
When
on
they
it.
dropped that bitch,
That,
when they dropped it, they literally said they did not expect anybody to watch it in a full sitting. They expected people to watch it like a series, like watch 1 hour one day, watch 1 hour the next day. You know what I'm saying?
you probably could have broke it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Apparently everyone shit on it. I guess it was a giant lie.
The Irishman?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I liked it.
I thought that movie was.
I'm not going to speak on facts because I don't know, but like, yeah, the story that I've heard from like contextual historians around the culture is different.
Oh, you mean like people are saying like the facts of it or shit, or are you saying the actual movie? Oh, it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. They're saying in that movie they basically are saying they know where Jimmy, what the fuck's his name?
And
Jimmy
they're saying
Hoffa.
one of the dudes from New York killed him when like historically on the ground it's always been what happened in Detroit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing about it.
Well, I mean Tony Giacalone. Yeah, I don't have to not say the name.
And
Tony Giacalone. Yeah, that's what Detroit always said. You know.
And
what
the
I mean?
movie is that they fucking like, he got fucking hit by his own boy basically, and
If there's a body that exists somewhere, it's somewhere around here.
in a house somewhere, in the walls or some shit.
Yeah, there's hella
Under
theories.
somebody's foundations of their house.
God
Yeah.
damn, you
It's
got
a
Jimmy
weird part
Hoffa.
of Detroit. One time I was chilling with my dad and like a Hoffa documentary popped up. And he like took offense to it. He's like, I know what happened to Hoffa. Turn that shit off. It's such a core thing around here, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
But yeah, that type of shit with the movies and culture, that shit interests me.
does it
And
influence the music at all, or is it just as a person you feel like with the movies?
I feel like everything's kind of like fluid. You know what I mean? Like whether I want it to be or not.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like everything you consume affects your subconscious. You know what I mean?
What's like for you as far as being an artist, if you could kind of make an album for yourself, obviously there's not going to be a direct focus point, but is there like a certain topic that would kind of come to light more often than other topics?
Well, the shit I've been making recently, there's certain songs that stick out and kind of feel like an album situation. And yeah, fuck it. I'm thinking about calling it I'm Here to Pass a Drug Test. That's the album I'm working on. I don't even know what songs are on it or not, but I don't know. It's got a theme. I don't know if I can put it into words, but like it's a sonic theme. And maybe the lyrics will actually explain those words, but I don't know.
What's like, is there any type of vibe, is there anything you can compare it to kind of?
It's introspective, genreless. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like the production or whatever, genreless, it goes here and there. But as far as like the content, what I'm talking about, just introspective shit, bro.
Yeah.
I never really sit down and write a song like, what am I gonna write about? I just, what do I want to write about? And build from there.
What's like the most, is there anything aside from the music and the even sound engineering or creating the music, is there anything out there that like you kind of keep occupied with, or anything that kind of keeps the balance for you?
Fuck no, that's the balance I'm lacking.
Kind of said
Yeah,
that
that's the
earlier.
bad
Like
part. Yeah.
For me, like I mean, I do the video production shit. I get in front of the camera. That is really my favorite shit in the world, to be honest. Just being in front of the camera, and or even creating productions and shit. You want to run? You guys can talk. You can talk.
Yeah, blunt.
Yeah, bro. Ain't no fucking. You feel me?
Blunt? Oh yeah, hand me that joint. Oh, is that you? Oh, bet. Just hand me my weed then. Is this cool?
What?
Me.
No, I don't give a fuck. It ain't no fucking.
My dog.
But yeah, man. Like I said, when I was jumping in front of the camera, doing the video and then doing the video production and shit. That was that is my home. Like that's where I'm most comfortable. Outside of it, to be honest, besides chilling with my homies and shit like that, chilling with my friends, I'm kind of like on the same shit with you. Like I watch like maybe I'll watch Sopranos or something. You feel me? Or just watch some bullshit.
You said the what?
The Sopranos or like some Netflix series or some shit. But like, I do need to find fucking. I mean, playing the drums is fun and shit, but
I don't know, man. Maybe hobbies are overrated, man. I don't like the whole like divided lifestyle.
Yeah.
I like waking up with a continuous. I like waking up with like a continuous goal and agenda for my day and my life.
Is that like I've never seen a rap that I'm ignorant to this shit, but damn, I've never seen them that big. Is that
Fronto?
What the fuck?
I have an imaginary sponsorship with them in my mind. It's just a type of leaf, it's not even a company. Yo.
Bro, it's like a piece of leather, man. You gonna start making a jacket?
It's my mask when I gotta go in the store and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But it looks like fucking Leatherface.
Yeah, no.
I love it.
What's the imaginary company?
Fronto. Well, no, it's just a type of leaf. Fronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, for anybody who smokes backwoods, it's basically just like a fucking better backwood. Like you choose your spot, you avoid the stem, it's the whole leaf.
Damn.
And it's way more.
Your own adventure, bro.
And it's way exactly. It's like make your own pizza type shit. No, but it's just like it's more cost efficient. You don't open it up and use 2 out of 5 of the pack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How say what?
How much does that cost?
It's like $5, bro. Yeah, you get like 10, 20 blunts out of this bitch, depending on how big you roll. You know what I'm saying?
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely encourage
smoking, but that
Frontos.
makes me almost want to smoke. I'm not going to, but it makes me want to smoke.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you smoke woods when you did smoke?
No, I smoke papers.
Oh yeah, then don't. No.
Yeah, man.
If you're not a wood smoker, don't
Bro,
don't start.
everybody here smokes weed, right? You guys smoke weed, right? You. I know you smoke. Yeah. We all.
Only square here.
Listen. Let me tell you. Can I tell you my perspective
I
on
respect
marijuana?
straight edge people.
Check
I
it
like
out,
them.
bro.
They're interesting.
Check this out. Okay. Here's my thing with weed. First of all, it just wasn't meant for me. As a person, as a human being, it didn't work out. All the situations I ever was when I was high, the next day I was like, damn, bro, I'm a disgrace. Like, that was embarrassing. Whatever situation I was in, I was like, I got to call that person and tell them I'm sorry. I don't know what happened exactly, but I'm sorry.
It's a shitty feeling.
Just call
man.
everybody like, I'm sorry. Just everybody in the phone book, I'm sorry.
See, that was alcohol for me, bro. I never once got drunk and then woke up and didn't regret something. Big or little. Bit like annoying and embarrassing or like fucking life destructive. Something happened that fucked my night up.
I'm the opposite with that. I'm like alcohol, I can drink. Like, I drank so much last night and I was just chilling. But like, if you give me a blunt or something like that, then
Oh yeah, I would have started texting people I shouldn't be texting.
Right.
Probably would have drove somewhere. Yeah, it's bad.
That's the thing for me. And plus, I did hear, I heard some things about marijuana. And I know I don't want to like, you know,
Heard some things
disrupt your. He's
You've
like,
been
here's some
hearing
things about it.
marijuana since the
Apparently,
30s. What you heard?
I don't know. No, I don't know. Listen, this is not factual shit. But they're saying that and I don't know what the fuck this means either, but your decision making can be altered because of marijuana.
Fuck yeah, it can in a better way.
Right?
Makes it better. Yeah.
At least when I'm drunk, I know I'm not driving or going anywhere or making any important decisions. If I'm smoking weed, it could be early in the day.
Bro,
Now you're referencing it with driving and then decision making.
You don't make bad decisions while you're drunk?
Yeah, I do, but
That's the dumbest ass,
No, but-
capping ass bullshit.
I do. But Nick, the difference is that at least when I'm drunk, it's like small stupid things. Like, you know, okay, yesterday for example, okay, I spilled my beer all over my shirt yesterday because I was trying to pick up my glasses and I had a beer in my hand. Okay, so that was retarded. But when I smoke weed, it's like I'll start asking people like questions about their lives that I shouldn't be asking. Like, yeah, bro, what was your dad like, bro? And everybody's like, man, we're watching a movie right now. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's a personal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That might just be you, dog.
And that's true too, Nick. The dude's dad would be dead, and I'd still ask him, yeah. So what?
I'm definitely that person, sober or not.
No, see, I never smoked weed till I was 21.
Oh shit.
Never. Never hit no weed, no nothing. Ate an edible like twice. Never till I was 21. Never
What got
smoked
you
nothing.
into it?
So like I was a fucking just like ignorant, rebellious fuck. And like so I did everything else. So I was just like on a bunch of other weird shit, just going ahead and being a weird experimental kid. And never had like a addiction or any like weird situation like that. I'm fortunate in that sense. But I grew up with lung problems, so that's why I didn't smoke. Then I was with some homies one time passing a blunt, and a couple of the girls there were nurses. They went to hand me the blunt, said no, told them why. Then they explained to me that the CBD in weed is an anti-inflammatory. And even though you cough because of the smoke irritation, that anti-inflammatory calms that down and opens your lungs up. And you'll notice right after you're done coughing, clear lungs, you know what I'm saying? So she's like, smoking weed will not hurt your lungs at all. And I don't know if I was already fucked up on something else at the time, because that never worked on me before. But I was like, all right, bet. And I hit the blunt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure, physically there are some things, but mentally, I'm sure that I'm just not. It's not for me, man. But I do agree with you,
Maybe
though.
not, yeah.
Like when people were passing around the blunt, even the times I wanted to quit, when people were passing it around, you just like fuck it. Especially at a studio, especially when you're in a fucking music studio and people are passing it and you're just hearing the music and shit. You say fuck it and do it. But as of the last 6 months, I've denied every piece of weed handed to me. It's unfortunate too. The whole reason I brought this up is because I miss it like crazy. Like, I really miss smoking weed. I miss just the fucking ritual aspect of it, bro. Like, rolling it up, you know what I'm saying? Getting that lighter and just going up and down. Yeah. Bro, it's, like, so chilling. Listening to music, listening to Zeppelin, and just being like, oh, yeah, bro, you feel me? That's gone.
Yeah, no, I got some homies who shall remain nameless, but they're in the middle of some legal battles, and they can't smoke weed, but they literally just smoke blunts of CBD weed.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's just what they do, but they're staying right with their shit, taking care of business, you know what I'm saying?
CBD weed has like 0.3%.
It's part of his ritual, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but they still have a little bit of weed in those bitches.
It's trace amount type shit.
It doesn't trace?
There's big debates on whether it's going to hit his drug test or not. If anyone's listening to this, he didn't smoke weed. Idiots.
I tried CBD joints. They're ritual, for the ritual aspect, they do match up.
I had to smoke them in Florida.
What?
I had to smoke them in Florida.
You don't smoke them right now?
You say what? Hell no.
Oh.
CBD?
What? CBD's... Nick, remember when I used to smoke CBD?
Gas.
I was chilling.
It's like you're smoking candy cigarettes. It was cute.
Yeah, well, you know, I was still cool when I smoked them. Like, I didn't feel funny, or I didn't feel like, oh, what the fuck's going on out here?
Ask Sada if he smokes CBD weed. I bet he clowns you for 5 minutes.
No, he doesn't.
No,
you're right. He does. Yeah, he does. He has clowned me. Yeah. Yeah.
But no one smokes CBD weed. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's like $10 for one joint, bro. But yeah, man. For me right now, I'm gonna stay away from it as much as possible. But I do feel like if I go on a trip to like Hawaii or some shit.
Hey, to each his own, man.
You feel me?
It was weird. Like, so I never did it till 21. Prior to that, I'd been making music or whatever. And right when I did that and like made a little project, everyone who knew me before, like, I remember a noticeable amount of people hit me up like, what happened? It literally changed my creative process that much to where like a lot of people noticed.
Yeah.
Everything changed. It was interesting. It was a weird mind shift.
Is there like what like do you drink when you do sound engineering or make music or anything like that? Because when I edit, I drink. I'm not gonna lie.
No, man. No, super rarely.
So the smoking is the only aspect, pretty much. The studio,
and Adderall, which I'm prescribed.
Yeah, for me, bro, like I'm sticking to drinking when I'm editing. It's terrible still, but I need something to kind of like keep me like entertained while I'm doing this shit sometimes. Especially, listen, you ever edit music you don't want to fucking edit? Have you ever been there?
It is what it is. At that point, your brain just kind of takes over, becomes a little video game. If I'm not like soulfully interested.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, no cap rap.
No cap rap.
Is there anything you want to? Is there anything you need to bring up for your music or anything that's coming out there?
No, man. Shit, help me with promotion, man. Promote my shit.
I
feel like grassroots don't even exist anymore. It's all about just hacking the algorithm. It's annoying.
Cap.
It's like I mean, I will buy my way in, but that's retarded. I don't want to.
They call it
promote my shit.
They call it pay to play.
All that nonsense.
Pay to play is a very true thing when it comes to the music industry. But if you really want to break out of that, what you got to do is just be super fucking like different. Which you are fucking super different than everybody else in the scene. It's just now you got to attack. I think you just got to attack more if you want my honest opinion. Just really go after it. Get as much exposure as possible. You're going to have to do... If you find somebody that will do a feature with you, listen, you got to pay sometimes, bitch. Like, that's just the way the game goes. Sometimes you got to fucking pay.
I'm not against it. I don't got to plug.
Bitch, you know me.
And I never realistically reached out too heavy. And I know Keith and shit, but like, yeah, I'm down. I'm gonna poke. I'm gonna put some feelers out there. See what's up.
Yeah, for sure. Well, damn, bro, it was actually fucking very, very chill talking to you, man. You want to finish that? We should finish that before we close the.
We?
Yeah, we should finish that before we close the show.
Hit this?
No. I'm saying you should. Nick, what should we talk about, man? Is there anything else we fucking bring on, man?
I think you guys should just do shameless plugs on everybody that you want to blow up right now.
D for Delegate, Rugrat, Last Era, Willie Sees Green, 4AM Juno, Northside Audio, Mix Factory 1. Me.
Who do I want to blow up right now? Like if I could blow up anybody, if I could help somebody with a career,
If you could just mention one.
if I had the power to help somebody by just saying their name, I would probably say, wow, that's crazy. What if I had the power to say somebody's fucking name right now, and then like all of a sudden they blew up tomorrow?
Like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, like if Joe Rogan, like look at G-Mac Cash. Look at G-Mac Cash is a perfect example. Joe Rogan posted him on his page and then he fucking blew up.
That's a thing? That's a thing? That happened? That's a thing?
You didn't know
He
that?
posted G-Mac Cash?
Yeah, when that coronavirus song came out. Oh, you got coronavirus. Joe Rogan. Hey, here's the funny story about that Joe Rogan shit. Joe Rogan posted it and tagged the wrong person at first, which was fucked up. Can you imagine
Like another Detroit rapper or just a random account?
some dude from Chicago? Because the dude in Chicago, yeah, so the dude in
similar
Chicago who
shit.
I fuck with, I talk to him all the time. His name's Reggie Baby. Reggie Baby danced to the coronavirus song, okay? Joe Rogan found it and thought that Reggie Baby made the song. So he posted on his page, Reggie Baby, coronavirus song is funniest shit ever. Reggie Baby didn't correct nobody. He just like, oh yeah, it was me. You feel me?
Ride the
G-Mac
wave.
Cash. I don't
I
know
would've
how
done
the
the
fuck
same.
he got to what's his name from the guy behind the camera on Joe Rogan. Jamie. So Jamie basically, I don't know how he got in contact with Jamie. He was like, yo, I'm the one who fucking made that song. And so then they reposted it again and said, G-Mac Cash made this. We apologize. G-Mac Cash made the song. Then they followed
Hell yeah.
And they followed G-Mac Cash after to even verify him more. And then G-Mac just went from like 30,000 to like 70,000.
Shout out G-Mac Cash. That's tight.
You feel me? Isn't that crazy how shit
That's
like that
tight.
happens, man?
I'm trying to get on the skits too.
Yeah.
I got some skit ideas. That should be
Oh,
fun.
so if I had the power to blow anybody up, god damn it, Rose, fuck you, man. I'll do Rose, Bank Rose. I mean, fuck you. You're already doing good. So I gotta think of somebody that's like still.
Man's rich. He don't need you.
Yeah, Bank Rose is chilling. Fuck you, man. You got. Who else? Nick. Nah. You'll be fine, man.
I'll probably get it down.
You probably wouldn't give a fuck.
Follow my boy McNair Photo, F-O-T-O.
McNair Photos is my boy.
McNair _ F-O-T-O. He's the G.
I can't think of anybody. Bank Rose. That's it. Fuck it.
I thought y'all were beefing, man.
Yeah.
It's such a weird
No, me and
relationship.
Bank Rose got some problems. We'll figure it out together.
All right.
Gotta make some phone calls.
Yeah, tie that up, man. Beef's not cool. It's 2021, man.
It's 2021. We're past the beef. Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, no.
We all got Drakes. We get it.
How did we even figure out, like, how the fuck so you were messaging Nick and then it just ended up working eventually pretty much? Like,
Hustle?
for Hustleberry? Yeah.
What, Hustle? Yeah. No, like they randomly sent him the song.
Yeah.
Like we submitted twice and he just didn't respond. Like he's not an easy dude to get a hold of. He's not like super like active. I'm taking on new clients who want, you know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of reclusive. I respect it.
In your studio, where's your studio at?
Northside Audio. That's my main spot.
Where's it at?
12 in Southfield.
Okay. So you already clientele, like, did anybody that's names popped out already pulled up to you? Did anybody you already knew?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, for
Okay.
sure. More of like the super notable people, like I recorded Rocky Bad,
Okay.
GT, the Rays. Those kind of happen at Mix Factory, and then like I don't know, I don't want to speak too much over there, but yeah, Northside's got some interesting shit.
Oh, so you can't talk about some artists that you
I
worked
don't
with?
want to because they're not my clients.
Oh, I got
And
you.
it's a private studio. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a call up and book. Like you have to know one of the engineers.
Okay, I got you. But yeah, you worked with like Rocky and GT, and so you already were familiarized with the scene. It wasn't just like you hopped with Hustleberry and then you understood
Oh
the
yeah,
exposure.
no, I'd been doing the studio shit for a minute.
Okay, yeah,
sure.
That's dope. I gotta pull up. That's not too far. It's not far at all.
Check it out, man. It's honestly it's the spot, man.
For sure. All right, I think we'll wrap it up, man. I think that camera's blinking out, so.
Let's roll.
Really, man, thanks for fucking coming on, man. I look forward to your music. I look forward to whatever the fuck projects you have upcoming. Even even if it's something mystical and some different shit where it's just totally off the wall. When you meet somebody in person or when you meet an artist, it changes everything about how you see their music. It really just does, bro. Like I was never even listening to Scoob before I met him. Like when I met him, that's when I was like, oh, even Sueno. It wasn't until I met him that I was like, oh, I fuck with your music. You know, even there's a jazz musician that I met at like a coffee shop one time. And like I had heard about him on social media before. And when I actually had met him and talked to him, that's when I was like, yo, your music's different now. I don't know why it sounds different. It sounds better. Something different.
Yeah, no, that's the benefit of being in the studio with them while they make it.
Yeah.
I know when they're lying every time, man. I can hear that shit, bro. I can hear that shit.
Yeah.
It's obvious, man. I know when they're telling the truth, and I love that. You can be technically not that good, but if you're honest, like there's something there.
Yeah.
There's always that one artist that they pulled up a stack of hundreds and just piled up ones and crumpled up fives and shit in there.
Yeah, like every video shoot, or like the guy, or like the guy who has his friend bring his money, and then they use the money for the shoot.
Oh, bro,
I
this
got my rent money in there. You can't pick it up.
bro, the shit you be going off on, I could give a million examples. I see it all.
Yeah, tell it if you want to. Fucking tell.
Oh, man.
You're not like me. You don't
It's
like the
me,
yeah. You don't like the down talk.
You
gotta rap? Okay.
Yeah, we got rap. Anyway.
Fuck.
Perfect.
All right, Willie. Thanks so much again, man. Thank you,
Appreciate
Nick,
it.
for
Good meeting you,
running
dog.
this shit. This is the fucking first time we've been in this bitch, so we'll probably keep running in here.
Get up, podcast.
You know,
Get the fuck.
fuck you talking about?